Ah, the kiss. Gustav Klimt's iconic portrait of passion, desire, and the discovery of human blood types. Wait, what? Look closely at this dazzling display of intimacy, and there are fascinating clues that Klimt was obsessed with far more than the opulence of love. As we'll see, the kiss was a make-or-break painting for an artist whose reputation was on the verge of collapse. A painting that dared to do what no other work before had done: balance the mysteries of love and the mysteries of science. A work that doesn't just get our blood racing, but literally gets inside it. Our story begins in 1894, 13 years before Klimt painted his passionate portrait of embracing lovers, with its surface shimmer of hammered gold leaf. Still in his early 30s, Gustav Klimt was a rising Austrian artist when he was hired to decorate the University of Vienna's Great Hall, a prestigious commission that could help establish his reputation. Klimt's acceptance of that commission, which would place his work at the very center of intellectual life, may seem at odds with the anti-academic temperament of the art movement, the Vienna Secession, that he would soon help found. But Klimt nevertheless agreed to design 3 large panels devoted to a range of scholarly disciplines: philosophy, medicine, and jurisprudence. When Klimt finally unveiled in 1900 the first installment of these works, a painting allegorizing philosophy that featured a cosmic cascade of despairing figures, forever suspended in forlornness, the work was sharply criticized for its depressing portrayal of intellectual thought. The ensuing submission, in 1901, of a panel illustrating the spirit of medicine was even less enthusiastically received. Its ominous torrent of skeletons and sedated figures, caught in a waterfall of woe that calls to mind the plummet of souls in Michelangelo's Last Judgment, was lambasted for its failure to convey any promise of hope or healing. It would be easy to surmise that Klimt's somber panels betrayed an indifference to their subjects. Yet Klimt was, in fact, profoundly interested in the body. He merely doubted medical science's capacity to cure it. In Klimt's mind, the body is controlled by destiny, its fate subject to the ebb and flow of invisible forces. A black and ink brush work on paper that Klimt created around this time, entitled Fish Blood, portrays a stream of bodies carried along in a supernatural current of surging mystical blood. As a realm of intellectual interest in its own right, blood was becoming a subject of intense research and exciting biological discovery, coincidentally, at the very same institution where Klimt had been commissioned to create his controversial ceiling panels. At the forefront of that research, at the University of Vienna, was Karl Landsteiner, a leading immunologist who, in 1900, just as Klimt was working on his medicine panel, was hard at work trying to determine why blood transfusions were successful in some patients but failed in others. Landsteiner's pioneering investigation led to the discovery in 1901 of human blood types, and to the realization that if blood is transferred between individuals who share the same type, the procedure can succeed. The air in Vienna was abuzz with talk of platelets and plasma, red blood cells and white, as the opposing forces of destiny and science were suddenly beginning to cohere. 1907, the same year that witnessed the first successful blood transfusion based on Landsteiner's groundbreaking discoveries, also saw a resilient Klimt endeavor to rebound reputationally from the debacle of the Great Hall paintings, a still simmering scandal that prompted nearly 90 faculty members to demand that the offer to Klimt of a professorship be revoked. Having been called morally depraved by critics who believed his panels had transgressed social mores, Klimt had to choose his next move carefully. He resolved to create a new work to which even his most fervent detractors could hardly object, a life-affirming embrace of pure passion, the kiss. Set against a gloam of gold leaf that levitates their clinch into the spiritual splendor of a medieval icon, the interlocking couple in Klimt's work is forever frozen in a flex of desire. The large square painting has been admired for its alluring collision of contrasting patterns that adorn the couple's robes, as if signifying the unity of the old, symbolized by the homespun spin of ancient spirals, and the new, symbolized by the austerity of Art Nouveau-esque rectangles. But it may be less what shapes shroud these refulgent figures that triggers our fascination and affection than what pulsates beneath their skin. Look closely at the woman's resplendent slender frock, and the stylized pattern is constellated with a vertical alignment of ovate slides and round Petri dish-like lenses. Within each of these ellipsoidal slides, vibrant platelets and agglutinating blood cells judder and throb, as if a microscopic glimpse into her cellular constitution had been obtained. Having only recently refrained from celebrating the progressive thrust of science, Klimt now appears determined to crystallize into an eternal archetype of what it means to be, the paradoxical states, flesh and spirit, of the universe's life force, to capture the impossible, a luminous biopsy of never-ending love. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons below if you want to see more videos like this one. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you'd like to discover more key details that unlock great works of art, check out my book, A New Way of Seeing: The History of Art in 57 Works. Until next time.